It's Crystal Edge Technology Screens. We're in my soon-to-be dedicated theater room that still working on. Doing some touch-ups, areas I might have missed. Want to make sure we get this area coated in black as much as possible. Well, not black, it's actually coated with the new technology. So, still touching on some areas right now, getting that done. I already ordered the curtains, and then I have to make arrangements. Wait. I get my days mixed up here. It's Saturday, right? Crap, I should have called the driver ahead of time, and she can help me pick up lumber today. At least I can start building some of this stuff. I'm gonna see if she's free. If she's free today, I forgot the day. Is it Saturday? I think it is. I've got to ask her to take me down to Lowe's to pick up the lumber, so at least I can start with the back platform, get that done first. Because before we start over here, I have to soundproof this section, put speakers in, do the wiring, black out the window right there, finish the paint job with it, and then we can install the stage and the screen. But right now I can put the platform in for the chairs. I need to call her. I forgot, I think the day's Saturday, I'm not sure. Yeah, what's that? That shows you how crazy my days are. So, yeah, because I can work with the platform done. Because the floor is going to be here on May the 9th. And I got to make sure everything is ready before the floor even gets here. So right now, we're just touching up areas that we might have missed. About this one. I actually have a lot of them. But never had one of these before. I've had 235.1 screens. I had just about everything. Never had my own dedicated theater room before. So this is what I'm really happy about. I'm excited about at the same time. So we got a chance to fire up the projector. We got the screen size. Of course, we're going to get the screen size we wanted. The screen size I need in here is 135. So we got that automatically. I had a 135 inch screen here anyway. So I know which size screen it'll fit. And that's why I like that particular projector, because that projector has a beast mode when it comes to lens shift capabilities. I can pretty much duck under the ceiling fan and still keep my ceiling fan intact. I don't have to take it down. So that's what I like about that right there. Some areas I missed, I should have definitely got one first time, but we need to get it, so I'm getting it the second time. That I missed. Order the projectors for the corners. We're going to install those shelves in there. So we're going to put it right up our ceiling. I'm going to do a 4 projector layout. Star projector layout for the ceiling. Let me change the universe and all that good stuff. I don't want to put another projector in here. We got one already in the other room. We got one downstairs for changing out the ceiling. This one I just want to put a Starlight projector system in, a couple of them in. That's all I want to do for this section in here. I'm so glad I'm caught up in my orders. I get up early in the morning, get my orders knocked out, get them done. And that gives me time to work on my projects because I can't work on my projects until my customers are finished. We got people right now waiting for the new Titan technology. That's going to be launching very soon. We're just waiting for the beta tester. That's all we're waiting for now. Waiting for the beta tester to put its report in. That's it. So when the beta tester puts this report in, we can launch it. And when he gets ready, but he's a very punctual person, he gets things done. That's something I don't have to worry about. You usually have to worry about people sitting on stuff. That's one of my biggest gripes. People sitting on stuff and not getting it done. You always got excuses. I can't stand excuses. You got the potential to get it done, get it done. Don't waste my time. That's one of the biggest problems I don't like about contracts. Contracts are nice to have, but I can't stand people who sit on a contract and got a million excuses about how they can't get it done. Doesn't make any sense. If I can develop 4 or 5 different screen paints, test them, have them on display, make money off of them, it shouldn't be no excuse why you shouldn't have had a contract up and going by then. And you got more reach than I got. You can get out a little bit more than I can. I don't like that. I terminate contracts right from the door. So those of you know that if you get a contract through me, you sit on that contract. We're the kind of people that will sit there. We give you a grace period for about 6, 7 months. Then I'll give you another 4 more months after I talk to you about it. If you haven't done anything yet, sometimes I'll walk away. I'll forget about it. Give you some time because a lot of things can be involved in whatever. I'm a very understandable person. As long as you tell me what the situation and what's going on, I can work with you. But if you don't give me any form of information from the door, I terminate your contract right from the door. I don't have a problem with firing people. I fired my brother one time. You got to get business. At the end of the day, people, it's business. You got to separate feelings from business. At the end of the day, we're still friends, we're still buddies, we're still brothers. But business is business. He's a businessman himself. He knows how it works. But I'll terminate your contract. So, it's up to you what you want to do with it. Give you plenty of room to breathe. We don't tell you what to do. Let you think outside the box. Figure out how you want to sell it, how you want to work with it. But if you sign your contract, I'll terminate you. Because I don't have time to play games with people. And they'll sit there and say, well, this, well, that. You mean to tell me I can basically build 3 different rooms in my house, whole different environments, design new screen paint, market it, test it, sell it, make money off of it, and you still haven't got your first order up? Come on, there's no excuse. Either you want it or you don't. That's what it comes down to. Either you want it or you don't. I remember in the gallery, I used to always see this all the time. I see young boys, young men, I'm not saying young boys, young men getting their first business opportunity. They would get the 2nd floor in the gallery. That's the most popular place, the most expensive, because you got traffic coming from the top floor and the bottom at the same time meeting at the 2nd floor. The big boy stores, that was a good spot right there, but another good spot to have was basically anywhere near the subway systems coming off into the gallery, the bottom floor. That was major money right there. But I see these people get these stores, young boys, get these stores for the first time. They don't know how to save their money. The first minute they make a little pocket change, the first thing they go out and do, they start buying vehicles and go shopping and buying this and buying that and buying that. And especially if a couple of nice little females come past the store, now they want to flex, they want to show it off. Stupid move. Because in business, your business will slow down. It will grind to a halt sometimes, and you might not have no money coming in for a while. So it's always good to have money banked and saved, just in case if any of these things pop up, you are covered. You cover for your rent, you cover utilities and things that have to be fixed and inventory, all that's taken care of. But these guys go out and spend the money as fast as they get it. And then when that slowdown period pops up, they don't have the money. And it ends up a couple of weeks later, vacant store all over again. They got moved out. So now you lost money. You got to pay back money that you borrowed from the bank. And you have nothing to show for it because you wanted to go out and spend money too quick. You learn to take a year off or 2 years and you bank every freaking penny you get. I remember when I started my company, I wore the same pair of jeans for the whole summer. Same pair of jeans for the whole summer. I was banking my money, banking it. That's why you don't see me coming out around all these glam. No, I bank my money at the end of the day. I don't go out because I learned to save. Because you never know when one of them days are going to pop up where your business is going to grind to a halt, or something may pop up like COVID, and you have money set aside for those situations to take care of things that have to be done. It's responsibility. So with business comes a lot of responsibility. You see, a lot of people make that mistake. They get that money and they want to blow through and they want to spend this and spend that. You don't really start spending until like 2 years after your business if you're smart. Because your business is going to basically, it's like a child. You got to feed it, you got to nurture it, you got to protect it. And once you get it to the ability that it can stand on its own and defend itself, then you can go out and have a little fun. But when I started my company, I had an eBay. I was used to selling eBay. I was the top seller on eBay. I sold vintage toys. You know, my collections I have, I sold vintage toys. So I sold vintage toys to establish my company because I refused to take any money from the bank. Because the bank will come in and take whatever they want from you, and I wasn't going through that crap. So I started a company off eBay selling vintage toys to support my company, Digital and Crystal Screen Painting, without borrowing one dime from the bank. And that's why I owe the bank nothing, not a thing, nothing at all. And they give me loans. They want loans. I'll give you a loan, but we don't accept that. We don't want it. I'm good. Other than that, yeah, I find other ways to fund my company. That's what we do. So that's the best way to do it. Not be so quick to take from the bank. You know, some people do it. They take from the bank and they're success stories. And that's fantastic. But you got to have that discipline. That discipline is very, very important. Because again, don't go out shopping, don't go buying this, don't go buying that. Take your money and bank it, save it. You never know when that day's going to pop up, when your business is going to grind. It's going to go through the halt. At least you're covered. You have to get past that point and get into that area of maturity where you don't care what other people think. That's another problem people have. Always caring about what other people think. Gotta have the better car, gotta have the better house, gotta have the better clothes, the better jewelry. Gotta get out of that mindset. That's what's gonna keep you trapped for the rest of your life. That mindset will do it. If you wanna start your own business, you wanna start anything you wanna do in life. Because you want to show off, you want to flex because you got a business, you're making more money, you want to show off your cars. And so you don't do that, Jack, at the end of the day. No. You act like you ain't got a dime to your name. That's how you treat it. You treat it as if the first day you started, if you didn't have a dime to your name or whatever was going on before you started coming, that's how you treat every day like that. You live the exact same way you were living when you first started your company. And then when you start seeing money coming in the way it should come in, then you go and you spend. When I used to do computers, I made some money, but then eventually I was taking all my money, I was throwing it in a shoebox. I had a banking account. I was throwing money in a shoebox in my closet. So one day I wanted to get something to eat, and I'm still in that mindset that I don't have the money to go buy something right now. I got to wait a little later or something like that. And I realized that I had money in these shoe boxes. And that's when I realized that my company was at the point where it was making that money by itself. That's why I found it with eBay. With eBay, when I found out my company was able to support itself, I dropped eBay and walked away from it because we didn't need it anymore because the company supported itself. But yeah, you realize when you start making that certain amount of money, you're good. But other than that, don't touch it. This is the reason why all comes down to retirement, stuff like that. And discipline is very important. Discipline is important in everything in life. Alright, so that's a little better. That's much better. Get a little touch of jump on that one. Ooh, Mr. Bud. Well, we gotta take this all white anyway. I want to do the whole hallway in jet white. So I still gotta come here. I gotta trim stuff up. I should be trimming. I should have frog tape here, but we gotta do the whole hallway in bone white anyway. Because I want this house is gonna set this room off when you walk into it. I'm not worried about all that. Just come in and trim this up. Right now, you need this up. So what we're gonna do is, we're gonna go out. I only saw one company that had that paint that I like, that bright, super bright white. And that's what we're gonna do. The hallway in. Hallway should be a breeze, literally a breeze to paint through, because it's a hallway. It's not that big. But anyway, so that's what we're gonna do. That's where the good trimmer is gonna come in. A lot. We're gonna put trim work there. In the hallway. So what we're gonna do is the hallway, we're gonna paint super bone white. Literally, bone white. Yeah, I hear you. Right. Yeah, you can't come here right now. I don't want to hear it. I'm talking right now. Manners? Yeah, whatever. Anyway. So the hallway, we're gonna put super bone white. Gonna walk in here, I want the hallway to be well lit and walking into this environment to go dark. Nice little effect. Well, look at you over there talking all that smack, talking all that smack. How dare you when you're talking all that smack, Taco Denario with the stereo, talking all that smack. What are you doing? What are you up to, Joker? Got some songs stuck in my head. And then I gotta redo the downstairs. The downstairs is about to get a makeover, so I got that working downstairs. Get that done. Got some work to do. If the weather's good, we'll be outside on the 250-inch screen. Woo! Which I'm hoping. We'll only be on a 250-inch screen. I'm concerned with the windows. We got to basically put blackouts off and all these other windows right now. I bet you right now, a lot of you not probably got, well, the trolls don't like it. They don't like anything I do, they don't like it, period. I get you, they probably in there ranting and carrying on talking about, oh, he's doing it wrong. He doesn't know what he's doing. Oh man, yeah. Yet I'm the only one with a 250 in the backyard. Okay, whatever. You haven't even seen the extent of what I can do. Guys, not only is my knowledge coming from God, but I met this fellow that, man, like I said, he hooked one up in a room that was smaller than this one. I'm like, what the freak? I saw that, was like, wow. Wow. The other than talking, the guy was like, you should have had one of those a long time ago. I'm like, well, I don't have the room for it. And the guy was like, well, you know, you don't need a lot of room, you know, to tell you the truth, honestly. You know. And I'm like, so what you got? He was like, I'm showing you. Sent me some pictures. I was like, ooh, you gotta be kidding me. This is nice. So yeah, you don't need a lot of room. He said, you got I showed you my upstairs. You got plenty of room there to play around with. So here I am. Here I am, getting it done. Hours and hours of work to get it done. Get it perfected just right. Good thing we make plenty of things. Nobody ever did. I love how God puts you through so much stuff. At the end of the day, people don't understand that. The knowledge that comes from God is amazing. It's absolutely amazing. People just don't get it. They don't get it. I feel sorry for them. They don't get it. I mean, I didn't get it at one point. I was always a man of God. Used them many times. Many times. It gets regret. It's not sooner. My biggest regret in life. I could have got all that time with him that I chose to end out there in that world because I thought that world was better. And it wasn't. Not by far. This is what I'm talking about. When I don't have to deal with the haters, I can come in here and submerge myself in my own projects. And I don't have to worry about the nonsense at the end of the day. But as I said before, and I want to talk about in this video, that's going to be cleaned up real soon. We're going to get that taken care of real soon. So, just need a few things because it looks like we're going to be doing more than one person in this project of justification. There's two other individuals that will be joining this one too also. So make sure we get it all done in one big hit. Because, you know, I've forgotten people are still asking me, where are these orders placed? They're still asking me. I got people from say so much. So what's going on with these orders? I was like, yeah, I haven't received any orders from either one of them. None of them. So yeah, it's suspicious. It's a lot suspicious. It was suspicious since day one, since when we saw our products coming up too dark in these videos, and we knew something was definitely wrong. That something was wrong. So yeah, there's a lot of suspicious for other people looking at this. We have asked these people so many times it's not even funny. And even at these points, these individuals even attempt to make it sound like They tried to place these orders and they were virtually impossible. I'm like, how's it impossible? We never got an order from you guys, never. I even calculated literally how much money I've sent to the account, and it's quite a lot of money. So how is it that you do all these reviews on my products and you've done these, you claim over and over and over again, but yet when we ask you to buy the product from the company, you refuse. It's going to be next, it's going to, there's already next, already May already, but yeah. And yeah, long 3 weeks, past 3 weeks we've asked them. We got one individual that called the house trying to got confirmation. No orders there, no orders seen. The other one was talking trash last year about how he placed orders and his orders were canceled. No documents, no papers, nothing at all, not a thing. And yet we've asked both of them repeatedly to place these orders. If you did all these reviews against my product and everything you did was legit up and up and up, then what is the problem with you ordering directly from the site? I don't see what the problem is. So a lot of people now see that. Like every time I get a phone call, I get a customer saying, yeah, I've seen you request for them to go in and do this. And all the demonstrations are fake. You got on there, you use your platform, you abuse your platform to try to tarnish other people's products. And that fellow who came out there and put the nail in the hammer, the nail in the coffin, when he sat there and said that they use their platforms to do deceitful stuff to other people's products. And that's what you're out of that. So can't come to us and say, well, you guys never placed an order. Yeah, I got a whole kitchen drawer full of canceled orders. And we won multiple, and I mean multiple PayPal disputes. So we clearly won with no problem. Clearly showing that you just, I don't know, man. I don't get these two at the end of the day. But again, like I said, this is more evidence that's going to be used against you in court. If we have requested you to buy and you refuse to buy, we're going to use this against you. Everything we're doing right now, every bit of information we have is going to be used against you. But there's another party that's going to be involved in this lawsuit too. We got three other people that we're going to be contacting very soon. But anyway, as I said before, that's what I find interesting. All these reviews, all that hatred, all those lies, just to show you how sad some people can be at the end of the day, that this is what they are. So jealous over somebody else's work, that you've committed years of fraud against our company. And this is why, because of the years that are involved, this is why we're having the lawyers to request jail time. You have to get some kind of jail time out of this. That's for 5 years of committing fraud against my company. And now we come up and tell you, hey, buy directly from us. And we're going into next month and no orders, nothing, not a thing, nothing came through from either one of them. Because they already know from the door, if that product comes in there, the real 100% real deal, this stuff will get wiped so fast it's not even funny. They know that already. They can never order that product. That's why we're still waiting for orders to go through. And this has been 3 weeks back. So how long did it take me to go in and place an order? No time at all. I got that confirmation saying, hey, buy whatever you want. I went there and bought like 15 times. I ordered so much stuff out of there that I was getting messages back coming across my receipt saying harassment. And the other guy, we ordered so much from him, he got so scared he shut down his marketplace, even closed his marketplace for a couple months. So that shows you right there, neither one of them can back their products at the end of the day. So, it just shows you go back and look at his videos and he goes back and you see exactly how sad this individual is. Got there on camera and started lying about the whole camera settings and all that stuff. And the customer comes in with a 1400 lumen projector and does it in a fully lit environment with no problem. Yeah, these guys are something else. They are something else. And this is what you call Karen in disguise. And this is why I try to be a person that shows mercy I try. But when we go to court, I'm going to show no mercy. I'm giving you nothing at all, period. I'm going to talk to my attorneys. I'm going to see if we can require jail time for one of them, because again, he has several different charges going against him. We're going to hit you really hard. I mean, really, really hard. I guarantee you, it's going to be bad. It's going to be extremely bad. I usually hit people with lawsuits, but you guys are going to be the ones I'm going to go after big time. I'm actually going to even spend extra money for the bigger dogs to bring them out. By big dogs, I mean the big boy attorneys. The ones that have no mercy at the end of the day and don't care. Those are the big boys I'm bringing out. With the amount of evidence we have on you guys, that one lawyer sat there and started laughing. He said, what's so funny? He said, You don't even need me. You got so much stuff against these guys, it's not even funny. But we need to hire him anyway. Yeah. So. Now, as for his eBay account was removed. Oh, he can get his account back. He can always go back and get his account. But he can never, ever mention my company's name. He can't mention my name nowhere in the listing. Nothing, not a thing. If he even mentions my name in there, all we have to do is contact him, and he automatically has a permanent cancellation or suspension from eBay. They've already sent them multiple warnings, letting him know, and they've removed that listing. That's why if you go back to the listing, you don't see our name or nothing in there anymore. Because they told him, if you put that in there again, you're going to lose your account for good. Now, the reason why they replied to that is because the first time I went in and I talked to them about it, they dragged their feet on it. Second time I went in, talked to them about it, they dragged their feet. Third time, I contacted the lawyer. The lawyer went and had a conversation with them, it's gone. That's why when you go into the listing, you don't see us up there at all, period. Nothing. You had to remove it, no choice. Now, for those of you who sit there and say, because we get the naysayers and their excuses, they'll say, but on your website, you have so and so. On our website, we have, it's called evidence. Black and white paint that went missing, video, still refuses to do the demonstration, proving that it's not his product, which we all know it's his because it's definitely in his house at the end of the day. So I don't know how you get around that one. That's evidence right there. We tested that one too. We actually made several screen paint products using the same ingredients. All of them matched. The network grade 773, we don't need to go down that road. We already know what we saw on video. We know we saw. It matched. That right there was another one. What was the other incident? Oh, he scammed their company. Sent us black paint. Yeah, a scam and mail fraud at the same time. There you go. We won the PayPal dispute for that. That ended up on the website. The bamboozle of saying that his product is different and it all matches. Yeah, the white projection screen, even back to the bare silver screen, even now with the network grade 773, all matches. So yeah, clearly he's scamming people because again, you can do the same thing with house paint. And he goes into this whole hue. What are you talking about, a hue, a yellow hue? There's no yellow hue popping up on that screen. No, that's just an excuse. That's like somebody showing you two cars, they both look alike, one's slightly off. It's slightly a little, they'll make up a color, reddish orange. A freak is a reddish orange. There you go. But it matched. So you leave it at that. Not supposed to match anywhere at all, period. You don't want to match anywhere at all, period. That's the last thing you want to do. You don't want anything matching. Nothing. And that's why I played the audio, I played it back several times to different forum sites because I wanted to see what other people were talking about. And everybody kept saying the same thing. What the freak am I looking at here? They're both the same. Where is he talking about this hued color? Nobody's seeing it. Nobody. He's the only one that's seeing it. And apparently you can see the pattern in all the videos we showed you. Does the same thing in all four patterns, all three patterns. Same thing. Now, like I said, if I was developing digital and crystal screen paint, when that stuff came out, that stuff would have ended me right from the door. But that stuff was actually pretty good. The color on it is very good. Very good. Very, very good. Perfect color. So, the second video, I'm sorry, even though it did match perfectly, but because of this individual and the things that he does by, again, like I said, mixing products in to make them look bad, he has to do reviews on opening those containers sealed. Every last one of them, because he can't be trusted on that level. And a lot of people said that too. They were like, well, in the videos they watched, they're like, where are the new containers? Why aren't they sealed? So again, like I said, a little dirty stuff that they did, but everything we got now, and including requesting, this is something more so that's going to be added onto it. We did request him multiple times to do purchase the item, and items never purchased for a proper review. That's also to be used against him in court also too, showing also more evidence that this guy falsified demonstrations. But Again, like I said, anyone who committed these demonstrations, understand this, you will be requested in court to prove your theory. You'll have to prove it. And that is going to be rough. So if you can't prove it, you lose automatically. And mind you, the Black Widow has a batch number attached to it. That's going to be extremely impossible to get around. You just watch the product be painted, displayed on live before it was ever shipped out, before you ever required a batch number. If you can't get around the batch number, you're automatically done. Your lawyer is going to tell you right from the door, you're going to have to work out a plea deal with this guy, something, because you're not getting around the batch number. You can't get around it. It's a time-stamped video showing the time when the product was mixed and made and tested before it was ever shipped to a customer. And the batch numbers are real because, like I said, judge will go back and he'll Google whatever you got to do to figure out. Batch numbers do exist. They do have them on products all the time. They test them out. You have them on your stuff. Some of your stuff already has batch numbers on it, but you just don't know what you're looking at the end of the day. Some people don't. Some people do. But it's going to be very hard to get around that. Impossible. So that's where your lawyer is going to tell you you're going to have to get a plea deal. We don't want to plead. Nothing. We're not bargaining with you. That's off the table. Automatic. So you know that from the door, it's off the table. We're not interested in that. We're interested in you paying for the damages. Well, not really in the damages, but we got to use you for an example of why you don't touch other people's stuff. I thought when we had the batch number, I'm thinking, no one is that dumb enough to falsify this product with a batch number attached to it. Who would be dumb enough? And sure enough, here they come. Guy called Walker and Crow, all of them came up and did that demonstration with a batch number attached to a product. Man, good gracious, this is going to be a cakewalk in court. I might just go out and have dinner somewhere and then come back later on, because let the lawyers handle it, because I really don't have to be there for half that stuff. Do something with, yeah, my goodness. That is really, really, really reckless. We always get excuses. I'm a family man. Oh, those come in quite a lot in court. I'm a family man. You know, I got kids to take care of. I got a family to take care of. I got responsibilities. But understand, you've been doing this for 5 years. So they're not going to see that. They're going to say, well, you know, you had plenty enough time to pretty much get out of this situation. You know what I mean? You had plenty enough time to back down. You had plenty enough time, and you refused to. You kept going on. You kept going on with it. Understand this, Jamie. We hired someone to track down information online. Every meme, every email, whatever you send is all being forwarded to an account. There's a case being built against you. There's criminal charges being placed against you, and there's also other cases being placed against you. So when you put memes up and stuff like that, all that stuff is being gathered for information against you. All this is going to be presented in court against you. You will see all this again in court. Emails, text messages, racist rants, all this stuff. You will see all this stuff in court. And this will show that you're an individual that does not need to be around society at the end of the day. You need to be incarcerated for a while. So you can understand the luxuries of freedom and how to treat other people in a more respectful manner, which you do not know how to do. You know, you don't do this stuff. The stuff that you do at the end of the day is really sad. It's really sad. It doesn't bother me none at the end of the day when people make memes. That doesn't bother me at all, because it shows that you're a child. That's what you are. That's what kids do. They draw little nasty pictures of people, and that's what they do. That's what your kids do. And the way you guys reacted was very unprofessional. Very unprofessional. Only thing we did on our behalf is we came in, took the same nonsense that you used against us, and reversed it, put it right back on you. It's showing that you're not professionals at the end of the day, and you don't know how to carry yourself. And some of the stuff we've seen happen right on live, on camera, like shocked, like I'm so like, wow, that just happened on camera. I couldn't make this up. I would have never guessed that Partey would have pulled down his page in the middle of a live stream. I mean, some of the crazy stuff we've seen. Yeah, they do it. They do it. You don't see me doing that stuff, but you know, caught them falsifying an email to try to make it look like it was mine. But you know, if you have any canceled orders of me, feel free to display them. Just like where I told you that Uh, Fernando Gonzalez he's a liar. He's a really bad liar. And we caught him in a couple of really bad lies and just blatantly lies. The whole lawyer you were talking to doesn't exist at all, period. You don't know anything about attorneys, do you? First things first, attorney's not going to be on camera. He's not going to be sitting in the backyard somewhere having a discussion about you about a potential case. That's not going to happen. They'll fire him from his law firm for that nonsense. The way he represents himself, he represents that business at the end of the day. So he's not going to do that at all, period. And when we requested multiple times for the attorney's information and law firm that he worked for, we never got any information on it, nothing, because he didn't exist. You just got some fellow to come and just talk nonsense, and that's what you did. Just like calling me up and requesting for paint, just to hear yourself say it in a recording, that's it, and never do it. That's what you do. There's just certain things that this guy says at the end of the day, it just doesn't add up. Even with the website is absolutely complete madness. You know, you're telling people that they're going to be painting a 135-inch screen with 1 quart. No way to back it up. I haven't seen demonstrations on that one yet. 2 quarts to a 300-inch screen. That's never going to happen. 2 quarts to a 200-inch screen. That's not going to happen. 2 quarts to 150, maybe, but it depends on the coverage of the product. So you have to test it first because some products will cover more, some will cover less. So yeah, no, not enough to support his products. Specification sheets are extremely light. Shipping information is horrible. And then he has another person who's selling on eBay that sells it for $100. So you have one place selling 100, one place selling it for 80, one place selling it for 89. It's fluctuating in 3 different areas at the same time. Shipping information is not the same on every single shopping cart. It's craziness. 3 of the screen paints actually share the exact same color. It's crazy. It is crazy. And then the shipping policy is clearly set up to support him only, which is kind of messed up. One of the shopping carts don't even have a shipping policy or anything in it whatsoever. Nothing at all, period. So he doesn't know much about his own product. And then on top of that, I'm not going to go into the whole not knowing how to act correctly because, again, that's something that everybody knows. How many quarts go into a gallon? Everybody knows that. You should know that from the door. Unless you were definitely stuck in time somewhere or you were under a rock for the past couple hundred centuries. That's the only way I could think of. That's the only way I could think. But other than that, that's a simple, very simple. That's like somebody 1 + 1 is 2. How do you mess that one up? But anyway, so, not only that, but the lies, the lies. Oh, the lies are freaking incredible. Just sat there on air and tried to tell people that you were going to be to paint 8 units, 2 hours flat. Are you kidding me? A unit? A room is going to, it'd be incredible if you get a room done in an hour. The guy who came in, I showed you in the video, is a professional painter, businessman. He's a landlord. He does all that stuff. And it was impressive that he painted that room in an hour. Impressive. Imagine he's talking about 8 freaking units in an hour with a paint cannon. Not going to happen. You would burn out before you would go through 8 units. Now, I know you consider the fact that time is going to take you to sit and rest and relax, and the breaks you'll be taking in between. And still, that's a couple of days. There's no way in the world you're going to go through freaking 8 units with a paint sprayer. That must be some magical paint sprayer at the end of the day. That is not going to happen. Then paint sprayers have complications with them. They clog up. They have issues. You got to flush them. It's maintenance has to be done in the middle of the process of working. It's all kinds of stuff. So no. And then there's the part about you said they're already prepped. If they're already prepped, then why don't you get the person who prepped it to paint it? Because that's what he did. He prepped it to paint. That's another huge major lie. I had people in the room just sitting there did this guy really come on there and just say that? Does he know how prepping works with a painter? That's his job. That's the painter's job. To come in, like I did this room, his job is to come in and prep the area, get it ready for painting. And then once everything's prepped, he's going to prime the entire area. Then all that's primed, sanding where he's got to do, imperfections, wherever you got to do to get the room where it needs to be at. Then he's going to come in and paint. That's the final job. That's what a painter does. That's his full job. To prep, repair, prep, paint, whatever he does, and anything that's extra besides that, he's going to pay a little more than that. That's his job, to prep the environment before he applies the paint. That's his job. There's no painter's going to walk in there and go, boop, I'm going to do the place without prepping it first. No, they're automatically going to prep the place first. And then they're going to go in and they're going to paint the entire place out. That's what they're going to do. But why in the world would your landlord have you go in after this guy is a professional, bar none, to go in, he did the whole entire prep job, and have you go in there with a paint can and spray out the place? When you can just basically, you're paying two people at the same time. He's going to pay you and he's going to pay the guy who prepped the place, who is the professional painter by the end of the day. Are you kidding me? No, he's not going to do that. The guy who prepped the place, the guy who's painted the place. That's what happened. And the whole bathroom thing, are you kidding me? This is 1,650 square feet in this house. My bathroom is a good sized bathroom, but it's not a big bathroom, all right? I barely got anything in there to paint. Most of the stuff in my bathroom is tile. So I got a little bit here and there, and that's basically about it. No one in their right mind is going to pay me $300 to paint that. Nobody is going to pay me $300 to paint that little space. And mind you, I'm not trying to be rude here, but you got a one-bedroom apartment, I think it is, a one-bedroom apartment. So I know your bathroom's small. So I know there's no way in the world he walked in, he didn't use very little paint in there. It'll take me a quart to knock out my bathroom. That's all I need, because there's nothing in there going on. But other than that, between the shower, that's all gonna be tile. We all know that from the door. And majority of most bathrooms you walk into is basically half tile and half drywall. So there's not much in there to paint between the mirrors, the sink, and the toilet and everything else in there. There ain't much really you're gonna paint unless you got one of those bathrooms like my brother has, where you walk in, you go, gee whiz, nice bedroom or nice living room. He literally has a huge bathroom when you walk into it. That thing is massive, but still, in this bathroom, he hardly has any drywall. He has all marble in there. Don't spend that kind of money, why just put in marble, right? So I don't get that part, man. I don't get that. And he paid you $300 after you paid. No. He didn't pay you anything at all, period. That's money you took out of your pocket from something else to stage that nonsense that you were trying to support. He didn't pay you anything. Any place you rent at, anybody who rents, they know this from the door, that if you don't like the color in the place, some places will let you paint, some don't. But the ones that do, we all know the story. You go in, you go, hey, look, I hate the color. It looks like I'm living in a bag of Skittles. Can I change the color out? And they'll go, oh yeah, good. You can paint it whatever you want. Got an option. We can paint it for you, or they're going to charge you for it, or you can paint it. I'm like, I'll paint it. What's the big deal? I'll do it myself. Because I've seen a lot of people do it. A few of my friends that moved to a new place and they hated the colors, so they painted themselves. But remember, put it back the way you found it, or just take out your security deposit. And that's what they do. So we all know that. Come on, everybody knows that whenever you come to it. So, no. He didn't pay you jack. No, I'm sorry. Don't get mad over that. I don't care. Get mad. Get frustrated. Go make your memes as you usually do. As a matter of fact, since you got all this time on your hands to be making memes, it should be done. Order my paint by now. I'm still waiting on that. Still waiting for that order to go through for that paint. Like I said, every time I go in there and check the account, we got everybody else's order sitting there to be processed. Your name not even there yet, and the other one's not in there yet either. Still waiting for them. Nothing in there, people. Nothing. Still waiting. So, I want to put a candy dispenser in here. I do want to put a candy dispenser. Where would I put the candy dispenser at? We'll figure it out. Wish I had a closet. See, we do have a closet, but the closet was where the screen's going to be at, man. The closet was over there. I would just completely take the door off the entire, that shave all that down, and then basically just put a whole section there for treats and stuff, you know what I mean? I'd cook it up that way, but closet's on the opposite side, so whoop-de-doo. We won't be doing that one. All right, so I had a couple of areas in here I want to touch up. I love how people sit there and say, oh, you talk too much, you need to get to work. You gotta be freaking kidding me. I have painted more screens this month than most people have ever painted in a freaking lifetime. You ain't deal what I've been through this month. With the Titan technology, 180, 150, 129 inch, 180 inch, 2 rooms we coated out. We coated literally the entire, both rooms, master bedroom and the room over there was done. Oh, man, it's been a lot. Okay, and the weather's warm, so I gotta be outside for a demonstration on the massive 250 inch screen, which I can't wait to get there. I need to get a 64 out there. I want to do some Mario Kart until we can figure out what's going on with the retropie. The retropie is looking buggy right now. It's not looking right for me, so I gotta fix it. Yeah, it's just something to think about, you know? But, you know me, I'm not going to talk about something. I'm going to back it up because I don't like talking about stuff unless I can back it up. But there's no way in the world. Whew, if I knew a painter that can knock out 8 freaking units in an hour, man, that'd be the richest person on the face of the planet. Do you have any idea how much work you would have gotten done with 8 units? Wow. That's an incredible paint. That's an incredible sprayer right there at the end of the day. Pull that one off. Yeah, man. That is quite impressive. And like I said, that guy's a professional, and he did it in an hour, and that was impressive. That was very impressive. He did that in an hour. Just going over some areas he might have missed, that's all. But that was quite impressive, and he did it in an hour. Projector's not going to get hit as good. I'm just doing a light roll, nothing heavy, so no paint can splatter anywhere. So all we're doing is a light roll. So yeah, just I'm gonna tell the truth. No. When I knew kids like that when I was coming up, they were always talking about embellishing the truth about this, that, and the other, always talking about something. I grew up with kids like that. Usually, kids that do that, sometimes maybe having trouble at the home, or I don't know, some of them just like to tell stories. Could be some such stories. Could be low self-esteem issues, could be a lot of things. Now, when I was a kid, and we had them like that in there, I would never, because, that's a kid, I had a kid in there, he didn't have much. He didn't have a lot of money. He didn't have much. And he would tell these stories and I would back him up. So yeah, I remember, I was right there. I would back him up every time. Yeah, because he's a kid. You're supposed to do that. But when you're a grown adult doing that, oh, no. No backup for you, no. You're not supposed to be doing that. No. I know you're probably like, you think you're crazy, can you get around a projector? Yes, I am. What's in that? And this, you're gonna drive me crazy, people. You don't understand. How my brain functions. Gotta have it all right. Or we don't do it at all. But anyway, yeah. So, somebody was like, what's the first thing you're going to watch in here? I have no idea. Honestly, I really don't. I have no idea what's the first thing I'm going to watch. Oh, yes. Perfect movie. Which some of you may not know this. Finnegan's Rainbow. It's a classic. It's definitely a classic. You look it up for yourself. It's a classic. That's the first thing. Usually I watch all old black and white movies anyway, I'm not a big fan of the newer movies. They don't do it for me. I like the classics. I like them. They're all just getting some errors in my nerves, that's all. I'm a bit of a perfectionist. That comes from mother. Mother, everything had to be done just right, all the time. So imagine, like I said, growing up with a mother who's a perfectionist and a father who's military. Yeah. Different world to live in. I never even heard of timeout before. I was like, there's a timeout. Oh, guess what? Really? They do that? What freak? We didn't get timeouts. Got that butt kick, that's what you got. Oh, that's so mean. That's not right, that's not even discipline. Yeah. Everybody has their own thing. I don't get it. You know, that's why kids don't fear their parents. And then they want to dress them as adults. Oh, they're little adults. Little adults need to pay a bill. I got a friend of mine. They don't discipline their kids at all in any way whatsoever. They let them make their own decisions. That's why they got these freaking nightmares living in their home, screaming and yelling, thinking they got control, they can do whatever they want to do at the end of the day. I don't know what to do. I don't know how to handle this situation. So you gotta handle the situation. Simple and plain. And whoever started that dumb nonsense of saying that you hit your kids in public, that you need to be, are you kidding me? Are you freaking kidding me? So you'd rather have your kid run up and down the aisle screaming and yelling, turn into a little Tasmanian devil, causing damage in a store that eventually you're definitely going to be paying for, and just totally disrespecting people at the end of the day. That's a fine gentleman or young lady you're going to have there when they reach a certain time in their life where they're going to be responsible for the consequences that they conflict on other people. Yeah, that's real good. Yeah, perfect. Oh, you don't put that person around me at the end of the day. I don't have the patience for it. But other than that, I don't get it. So, yeah, I feel like, I give them a timeout. And I was like, I don't know, some kids are just good kids. They click to it, and other kids, they don't. Because if they figure there's no fear there, there's no problem there, and do whatever the freak I want. Because again, some people call their parents by their first name. Man, if I had called my mother by my first name, I wouldn't be here holding this paint roller in front of you right now. I'd have been a dead man. You don't do that when I was coming up. I mean, like I said, I was raised different than most people. I see where my friend, her kids will come right into the bedroom, jump on the bed and everything. That was not so when I was coming up. When I was coming up, when you were called to the room. You opened up that door when they told you can open up that door, and you didn't walk past that threshold. You stayed right there at that door. And when they addressed you and said, you come in, you came in. You talked to them, and then when the conversation was over, you turned around, you walked out, and you shut that door, and you kept your mouth shut. That's how I grew up. There was no disrespect, or what about this, no, that didn't exist at all, period. Unless you want to lose your teeth, get your head knocked off, get the crap beat out of you. That's how I grew up. And people say, oh, that's child abuse. No, it's called discipline. That's what it's called. That's old school. That's what it's called. You ever heard of pick a switch? You know the nightmare behind that one? You literally have to pick the switch that you're going to get beaten with. Yeah, that's a good one right there. That's got a lot of good crazy stuff going on in your head. Don't let them pick one. Good gracious. I only got hit with a switch. I only got pick a switch one time from my grandmother. I got that from her. Never got in trouble ever again. That was a lesson well learned. But today, time out. That's why people don't, today, man, you got people living in the house at 19 and 20 years old, don't want to go out, don't want to work, don't want to get jobs, want to live off their parents, this, that, and the other. That nonsense. When I was coming up, job by 16, out by 18. That's how I grew up. Got a job by 16. When I turned 16, got my papers and stuff. My mother and father explained to me, when you turn 18, you are leaving the house. For the police escort, kicked out one way or another, you're leaving. You're not going to be here. You are a man now, and you don't need to be here. Time for you to go. So, buy a few things you want to get when you're 16, but save your money, because if you don't, you're going to be homeless. And my people don't play at the end of the day. Could you go to anybody else? No, they're not going to help you out, because that's how we treat each other. That's how you learn to survive on your own. Ain't nobody gonna open up a door for you. My family would do. My family's a nice family, but to teach us responsibility, they're not gonna hold your hand in the process of life. You either sink or swim. That is your choice. I love who I was raised. Now, of course, I hated my brothers and sisters when I got kicked out in the street because I didn't listen to my mother when she told me save your money. And I went out and bought all this new gear and clothes and stereo systems and boom boxes and partied and had fun. And come that day, she was about to move. I came home from work and nothing was in the house, not a thing. My stuff was upstairs, but she moved, she left. I couldn't be there. So I went down the street. I knew this guy basically bought stuff from people. I sold all my stuff to him. Grabbed a pocket full of cash, lived on the street for a bit. And then after that, went to Delaware and went to go see some family down there. And I had a sister, she's a little bit more gentle than the rest of them. She allowed me to crash on the sofa. And after a while, I felt that I didn't want to be there. It was time for me to go. I needed to find my own. So I left. Paid her some money and found my own. Got back up here in Philadelphia. Got into a job agency. First, I got myself a small little job. I still stayed on the street a bit, but I got myself a nice little job under the table, made a little money, rented out a room, and I built from there. But anybody can do it. Just basically, that's how I learned. And I went to other brothers and sisters for help, but they denied me. They said, you got to learn on your own. That's the only way you're going to be to learn. And I hated them for it, but I know why they did it. Now today, you can drop me anywhere I want. I can start a company up anywhere I want. I can build this, put that together, whatever. I know how to survive. Now the other half of survival, coming from my military father, well, that's different. Learning how to kill for your food, hunt. No, that came from the other section, came from him. So if I get tossed out in the woods, I'm good to go. Trust me. And he was a bit of a psychopath, but he was a good psychopath. Taught me a lot of stuff. But anyway, yeah, that's how my family is. It don't make a difference. You will learn to survive or you will die in the process. They don't care. But they do care, but it's the only way to learn. And then when you're sitting up there, you got your house, got your car, got a good job, you're making money, and you're sitting with the rest of them, chill up there talking with them. So I'm like, yeah, you remember when I came to your house and I needed help and you said no, you weren't going to help me out? Thank you for that so much. Yeah, because I wouldn't have what I have now if I basically depended on them for help. That's why I said, man, the discipline's not there, man, with these kids, man. It's not there. They do what they want to do. But nope, when I was in there, you're going to be out. You're going to do what you got to do. You're going to be kicked out of the street. That's all. That's all it was. Turn the lights on. Oh, but that's cool. No, that's cool. I grew up where children were meant to be seen, not heard. You ever heard that one before? Yeah. You go when my parents are having a conversation with the other parents and you disrupt them, you will get your head knocked off at the end of the day. You do not speak unless you are giving the order to speak. That's how I grew up. I sat there and kept my mouth shut and I didn't say anything until one of them turned around and addressed me and said, what can I do for you? And I spoke my mind and they said, okay, that's the end of it. I go where I need to go, disappear. You don't need to be in that section. You don't need to be in that group. You are a child. Those are adults. Go someplace else. That's where I grew up. You got kids now, they hang around with the adults and That's why when the young generation, not at my first generation of my mother's first kids, they're all strict by the book. The second ones are but they're still strict. The third ones, on the other hand, they're nightmares. There's something else. But when I'm in there having a conversation with my brother and one of them comes up and he wants to start running, get the freak out of my face. What you doing? You're an adult? You keep going. Get out of here. Yeah, you're not supposed to be there. You're going to have a conversation with me. I'll go somewhere. Yeah. Old school people. Old school. Only way to grow up. Yeah, but that's cruel. That's humane. That's wrong. No, the way you're supposed to be brought up. Discipline. Nothing wrong with discipline. Ain't nothing wrong with getting your butt kicked every once in a while. Ain't nothing wrong with it. You need it. You should be a better person than that. Man, growing up with a military father, woo, those of you who grew up with military fathers, you know what it's like, don't you? You know what it's like. You know what it's like, how brutal it can be. Banging the trash can together, watch Major Payne. I started laughing because I was like, did that one already. Banging the trash cans together, you had to be up at a certain time of the day. This is why people, my ex could never understand why I would be up at a certain time of the day. 4 o'clock in the morning, boom, every day, boom, 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 boom. Before the alarm would get up, I'd be up. Yeah, because I've been through that. You don't understand that training I went through. Freaking white glove treatment. White glove treatment. Mind you're a kid, you're going through a white glove treatment. That's why you put the glove on, they rub underneath the furniture, make sure everything's nice and clean. And after that, I tell you, my mother's a perfectionist on top of that. Oh, man. That was an interesting time to live. And what was the other one? Oh, bouncing the half a dollar off the bed. I can't do that now to this day. I can't tuck a sheet that tight anymore, but yeah, I got lazy on that one. Don't care anyway because I don't have to do it anymore. But anyway, yeah, I remember going through that stuff right there. You come in with that silver dollar and bounce it off that bed, but we had to bounce. You doing it all over again. Had to shine them shoes, all that stuff. Everything had to be perfect, in order, in shape, and done. Get into a fight, which we got in fights quite often because there's 10 of us. And we get in fights quite often. We put the boxing gloves on, we go at it. If we still have fight left in us, we go outside, give us a shovel, make us dig a hole till we disappear. I could never figure out why. Well, I know not why, but when I was young, I can never figure out why I started off with dirt and then there's more dirt going in and we don't have enough because it's compressed. That's why. But other than that, yeah, dig a hole till you disappear. Yes, sirree. Only way to grow up. Discipline. Now you got kids today who tell their parents to shut up. They do what they want to do. You gonna buy me this? You gonna buy me that? I don't want to eat this. I'm not gonna eat this. I haven't heard that nonsense. You know what happened in my house? If you didn't eat anything, you starved. That's what happened. You either ate or you starved. That was the two choices you had. There was no going in the refrigerator and getting what you wanted out of the refrigerator. You starved. No snacks, no cookies. You wouldn't eat none of that. Whatever my mom made, it was llama beans, whatever crap, something you didn't want. It wasn't crap. I'm not gonna cook, but whatever. For me, it was crap because I hated llama beans. But anyway, anything she cooked that day, you ate whatever she put on that table, and that was it. You were not going to the kitchen. You was not getting anything out of the kitchen. That was it. You ate or you starved. That was it. I see kids now, I don't want to eat that. I want something else. And they cook them something else or they order them something else. Oh, heck no. Either you eat or you starve. Ain't no restaurant. You paying for any of this food? Oh, you're not? And guess what? You need to eat what we have right here. But I don't care if you don't like it. Big deal. What do I care? I don't care in my life. But I sit there and say, I can't eat this. Why can't you eat this? Unless you have an allergic reaction or it's going to kill you at the end of the day, you can eat it. Because you don't like it. TV at the table didn't exist. Cell phones definitely didn't exist. So we didn't have cell phones. They didn't even exist right there. Period. When I was coming up, people sat around the table, family members, father, mother, the whole 9 yards, and they had conversations and everybody talked to each other. No cell phones, no electronic, no technology, none of that. Got a chance to know your brothers and sisters and your family. That's why some people have that rule. I like that rule. No cell phones at the table. I like that one. I always like that one. I got a friend of mine who has that. No cell phones at the table. I do like that rule. I'm singing in the rain. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Just singing, singing, singing. Yep. Yeah. I still think about the old stuff we used to do back in the day, like when the street lights come on, you better be in front of the door. I love it when they put them on Facebook. Be like, anybody from this era would know what this means. When they show the street lights on, yeah, you know what that means in front of the era. Cause my mom was like, go out and have your fun. But when them street lights come on, sorry about that, you better be in front of that front door. If I don't see you, don't make me come get you. You don't want to make you come get you because that'd be embarrassing. Yeah. I remember that one. Yeah. Forgot about all that crazy stuff. Not crazy stuff, but man, on how you grow up that way. Man. The crazy stuff we used to do, man. Evil Knievel. Everybody wanted to be Evil Knievel. Get your bike, get a ramp, try to hop over stuff with it. There's line up your friends, jump over them. Last man would get it the worst. But he was considered to be the greatest. But he'd be the one to get it the worst. Kids don't do snowball fights anymore. When I was growing up, we was always outside. Always outside playing on bikes. Always doing something. Now with technology today, kids just stay in the house and play games over there. The reason why we're such an obese country is because it's the fact that kids don't run out anymore. Don't go run and play, none of that. Stay in the house and play games over there. Man, I remember the many stitches of breaking my arm, falling out of the tree, breaking arms, getting stitches, all kinds of dumb stuff, man. Good times, man. Good times. Falling out of a tree and breaking your arm. Broke my collarbone. Yeah, dislocated my collarbone. That was something else stupid I did. But still, good times. Yep. Oh, man, I miss it. The monkey bars. Man. I don't know, right now I think the safety requirements that they have for a playground today are much better than it was when I was coming up. Because when I was coming up, the playground really wasn't that bad, to tell you the truth. But now when I look at it, man, it had some interesting features to it. Like the rusty monkey bars. You know, you ever mess yourself up coming down the monkey bars, or them suckers would get hot. And the drop from the monkey bars was freaking insane. You were definitely breaking something on the way down. That was a good drop from the monkey bars. They were pretty high up. And the sliding board, the metal sliding board. Oh my God, man. That thing would heat up in the summertime. You would come out of the pool with no shirt on. You would slide down that bad boy. You would definitely smell bacon. You would definitely smell like some kind of cooked meat when you were sliding down that bad boy. Think about that, a metal freaking slide. I never thought about that. When you're young, you don't think about something like that, but a metal slide, baking in the sun, and you slide down there. Stuff you don't think about when you're young. Oh man, I remember that, man. So many burns from doing that, man. Yeah. Now, I love how they put it, I love how they put it on Facebook now. They put those old retro pictures on Facebook, showing those sliding boards, those metal sliding boards back in the day. Man, you guys don't know pain. You slide down one of those suckers, man. After the stuff has been sitting out in the heat, especially 12 noon. Oh man, merciless. I don't think we didn't even have astroturf. We had wood chips. Wood chips and little pebbles and rocks. We didn't have any astroturf down there when I was coming up. It's funny how to go back and think about the stuff that they have now. Comparing that today. But nope. Now kids today, they got freaking astroturf now. They jumped down there and that's like spring. I remember the first time I saw astroturf in the park. I was like, wow, what the freak is this? I was in North Philadelphia, Diamond Street. When they redid the park in Diamond Street, they put that spongy astroturf in there. I said, what the freak is this? Never even seen anything like that before. I thought that was the coolest thing ever. Never seen astroturf in there like that before. Now it's coming up, there was wood chips and rocks and pebbles. Either way, he was getting jacked up. Especially if he came off the swings and you caught a face full of wood chips and rocks, he was definitely getting jacked up. Yeah. Remember that too, man. What else do we have? I remember swings. Swings with the metal chain. Swings look the same. What else is the difference in swings between that and our really big shoes? Monkey bars changed, definitely. Monkey bars is not as high as they used to be. When I was coming up, the monkey bars were really up. They were up there. They were high. You could fall for monkey bars and get jacked up pretty good. But I do know that for a fact. Monkey bars were definitely higher up when I was coming up. I remember in this one school, green monkey bars. Your feet were definitely dangling. We were up there, man. Definitely up there. Can you believe it? When I was going to high school, we used to have metal utensils. No plastic forks, no sporks, an actual metal fork and a knife and a spoon. Yep. Silverware. We had silverware with china plates, glass plates when I was coming up. I went to Conrad for high school. The first time we had, the food was amazing. Compared to food now, it's trash, but the food was amazing. You actually got real, actual food. Now, when I was in elementary school, we got the famous pizza bread. Everybody remembers that, the pizza with sauce, and we had cheese sprinkled on it. That was pizza day. But when I got busted up to my neighborhood was basically suburban, but when I got busted up to it was a school in a much more proper neighborhood, they actually had pizza, like literally had pizza. But I couldn't get over the fact that we had metal forks and all that stuff like that. I guess eventually that stopped when somebody got stabbed, something happened, because now it's all plastic. But yeah, now I remember that when I was coming up. Actually got food. Now today the food was like, ugh, I wouldn't even give it to my cat. It's really bad. It just shows you how bad the system got. I remember when schools used to have libraries and music class and art class. I don't even have half that stuff anymore. Well, that's a state for you. You know, cut everything out. Kids, make them suffer. Heck, we even had ONYX. We had ONYX. We can make food. I remember the book fair. Oh, I remember the book fair. We used to have the book fair. I remember this one kid bought $100. They had to put it in the school safe for the book fair. What the frick were you buying? $100. That's not a serious bookworm. Yeah, I remember all that, man. Yes, sir. Halloween. Yes. Halloween when I was coming up was freaking epic, man. It was like, for those of you who remember that plastic mask that you would get with a little thing that would staple from one end to the next wrapped around your head, and the peripheral vision, that thing was a freaking nightmare. Like, you really couldn't see all that well if you turned from side to side. You had to turn your whole body. But it was like that plastic mask you would get in that really cheap, thin costume in that box. And you would always see the display of that picture of that costume, that face, what you wanted to be, R2-D2 or Darth Vader or some crazy looking clown, Long Range or whatever. Man, I remember that, man. That was awesome. That's when you really got candy. You got the full-size Snickers. There was no such thing as a mini Snickers or half Snickers. You got the full-size Snickers. Yes. Yes, sir. You dirty guys in a trash bag with you. We're going out. All right, so we did our touch-up. Mr. Bird got a chance to go back to the past and talk about his many long years. I tell you something, it's always fun to come on here and talk, but one day, Mr. Bird will be no more. I can't wait. No, don't get me wrong, I'm gonna miss it a lot, but pretty soon. Pretty soon. Okay. Oh, yeah. Monday morning, I get like a phone call too on top of it, taking care of. I'm so glad we had this time together. Do 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 do. Cabinet show. Do 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 do. Yeah, I'm coming up all when I make that decision. I'm coming off all social media for good. When I mean I'm actually going off the grid, I am going off the grid. Will I have access to that? Yeah, I definitely want to have access to that stuff, but will I be on it? Yeah, there's no point. Not when I'm building it, not where I'm going. We won't need it. While I'm sitting there and studying hydroelectric energy and water harvesting and solar powered energy and all this stuff, because I've got plans. I've got plans to go someplace else and be somewhere else and do something else. This will be the first time I've ever painted the 2 rooms in screen paint. That's something different. We got here, this right here, look at it, we got it good cleaned up. Been working in this room for the last couple of days. I gotta go outside, get washed up finally for the day, get cleaned up, shave, and get all dialed up. Well, again, not really, I gotta go outside and work. So I'm just gonna be covering more stuff. And I gotta get ready because we gotta decorate downstairs. Well, I gotta decorate downstairs that needs to be done. The floor will be here on May the 9th. So we'll be done that. We got everything here. We're done, Bird. Everything done. Turn the lights up to the fan. Oh, I gotta put the link below. The lady who basically came up with the idea of painting the fan. Good idea. Amazing idea. Amazing idea. Now that we save me some money. Spend some time in that. Because, as I said, I would have had to go out and buy all that stuff. New fan, have somebody come and install it in. It would have been not good for me. It's a lot of work for me. Oh, I forgot to get an air conditioner for me. I just installed air conditioner today. Man. If I am now, I'm still standing on my neighbors are so curious. Like, you do know I notice everything. I mean, I notice everything. It's always good to observe everything. Every detail of everything. Always observe everything. It's very important. Even in life, even your surrounding area, you observe all detail. That's one thing I was taught to observe everything. I know every vehicle, car, where they go, what they do. And the reason why is because if anything alters and changes in the pattern, it puts me on alert. Because then I know that something has changed. Like, for instance, I know that my neighbor's curtains are always the same way. Always. They always stay the same way. But anytime I'm doing some activity in the room, they slightly move over just a little bit. just a little bit, so they can get an access to see what I'm doing and what I'm working on. I always notice everything. So always good to keep well tuned with everything that's going on. That's why I said I know every vehicle in this neighborhood. When it moves in and out, where it goes, I know. If something different pops up, I'm definitely gonna know it. That's the first thing I do in any neighborhood I'm moving to. Any neighborhood I move into, the first thing I do is I start setting up surveillance. First thing that goes in is surveillance cameras. Because I need to know everything about everything before I move into everything. You know. Okay. Are we having an issue? Yeah! Freaking really? How many remote controls do we have up here? We got 2 over here. What do we got going on over here? Because I hate these fire sticks, man. I love the fire sticks. The fire sticks be ticking me off, man. The reason why they tick me off, because they do some of the dirtiest stuff ever, man. Alright, don't get me wrong, I like fire sticks, but I swear, I think the artificial intelligence, maybe it's just me going a little crazy because I've been in the house for a while, I don't know, but personally, I think these things know. I think they're aware of it. I really do. Now watch this. Let's see if we got any extra remote controls over here. Make sure I'm not doing anything. Well, I'm the crazy one. Nothing, right? And 2 remote controls. Right down the table. Because literally, I had the remote control in my hand. I'm sitting there pressing the button over and over again. I go through a freaking rat race. I run through the entire house trying to figure out which remote control goes to that unit. Find out I had the remote control in my hand the entire time that I spent an hour going to the house trying to find this particular remote control that was right there. She just failed to respond to it. Batteries are all brand new. I always replace some batteries, but not they will tell you the batteries are dead. So let's see. Sorry about that. I want the heebie-jeebies out of you guys. That's not it. Maybe it's Mike going crazy. That's not it. Ah! Why? That means it's downstairs somewhere. It can be anywhere. Why did I take it downstairs? What would be the point of carrying this thing downstairs? Oh, man. Now I gotta go through my own personal nightmare. Wham! Taco Kitty! Taco Kitty! Living in the city. Taco. I'm missing 2 remote controls, man. I think we can remote controllers downstairs. Oh, man. How did I take it downstairs? That was the dumbest thing ever. We didn't need to take it downstairs. We had it upstairs. No. I take it downstairs. Which means now I gotta figure out where downstairs this remote control is sitting at. Is that right, Taco? I could fish over here. I could fish. We got 3 fire sticks in here. That's it. I'm buying me some different color tape. I'm color coding these bad boys. This is getting on my nerves. All right, which one is this one? That's one for downstairs. What's this one? There we go. This was downstairs. This is not for downstairs. Update in progress. Oh, come on, man. Really? I go all the way down. You know what? I swear. The system's jerking me around, I tell you. So now we find the remote control. We have to go to an update. Update complete. Woohoo! Okay, that was fast. Thank you. Now let's get this going. Now, keep in mind, for those of you who are saying that, is that regular paint being used on this wall? No. Actually, the entire room is coated in ONYX, in the ONYX Titan. Just like the next room. We coated the whole room in ONYX Titan. Again. Yeah, again. So anyway, I was going to do the walls in gray, and I thought, I like the color in the next room. Let's put it in here, and that's what we have in here. The ceiling fan, everything is covered in screen paint. So that's why it looks like that, because it's ONYX Titan technology. That's why. I'm tired. I'm so tired. That's what I work to do. I got much more work to do. All right, this is the one that goes in here, right? Oh, please don't start playing games on me. Should we get a wrong remote control again? My nightmare. All right, let me see. All right, this is the one for this one. Okay, cool. Let's put that one on the birds. Now keep in mind, this is not screen size. This is the test screen because we can't blow up the screen due to the fact that it hits outside my window and nails the side of my neighbor's house. So right now it's going to sit there until we finish constructing the screen. So I had somebody come into a forum talking about, that's the size? You got that all that room and that's the only? Yeah, no, dude. That's a Christie sitting behind me. Trust me, we can blow out the whole wall if we want to. We just have it there because I don't want to hit the side of my neighbor's house with it. But he literally thought this was the actual size of the screen. If that was the case, I wouldn't be building here at all. Skip that. It'd be too much work to put in for a screen this size. Ooh, look at this supercar. Beautiful. Let's do some birdies. I need to relax. Like that's gonna stay there. The Titan technology. Titan technology. Titan technology. Titan technology. Titan technology. The teacher is here. Titan technology. Sounds like something out of Robocop. They had those commercials with pop on. Welcome to Titan technology. Welcome to Titan Technology. All right, done. We really done? Make sure we got everything done because I don't play going through this all over again. I am finished. We're finished. We're finished. We're gonna get everything done. Make sure we got everything in our corners and everything in front. The bird, tighten up the roller. Let me get the last of this paint off of here. So anyone says, oops, sorry about that, people. I was gonna say, can you paint a wall with this? Can you? Look, seriously, just look around. Seriously, look, pick a spot. Pick a room. Matter of fact, just pick a room. Just pick a room. Just freaking pick a room. Pick one. Pick one! Yeah, it's mad. That's what's going to be the shock factor for some people. When they see the whole entire setup and they go, hey, can you paint a wall with this? And I'm like, the whole room is painted. And we're like, Wow, and now, if anything's going to convince someone that you can paint a wall with a screen, paint an entire room, two of them at that, in the ceiling with this technology, yeah, that definitely is convincing for people to buy. I'm going to be painting 2 rooms with this technology. It's madness, I tell you, absolute madness. Absolute madness. Craziness. Absolutely sheer craziness. Who does that? Who paints an entire room with screen paint? That is madness, I tell you. Hey, we do things differently over here. Why be like everybody else? Why? Why be like everybody else? I keep telling people, when it comes to the technology, you got to think outside the box. You got to do something different with it. Not the same old stuff over and over and over again and again and again. Do something different. Think outside the box. Because one day, I told you, my rule, what's going to happen is, and I'm sorry people, but once my retirement is official, once I wrap up my loose ends, don't get me wrong, naysayers, just because I'm retired doesn't mean loose ends are not going to get wrapped up. We have to justify what you did. So that's going to be taken care of. We're going to make sure we get all that taken care of before Mr. Bird decides to leave, when he gets ready to leave. The technology you have before you will not exist anymore. No company, no one will ever have it. It's going to be buried with me. I'm taking it with me. So what you see here is for what you have for the time being. When my final decision comes through for me to get ready to go, it goes with me. Which means the only 2 options you have now, you will have, well, the hobbyist, or if another individual pops up like me and does the exact same thing, that'd be fantastic. Does it by the book and does it right. Or you have to deal with the high-end expense of $4,000 and $5,000 projection screens. But I have no plans to branch out. What I mean that I'm done, what I saw in my portfolio, I'm done. I am done. There'll be no other companies, nothing at all, period. This will disappear like it never existed. And as for you naysayers out there who are rejoicing over this, if you saw my portfolio, please, I'm gonna live like a king for a while. Well, no, it's not forever. I'm gonna die. So trust me, I'm good. I'm good. I can't wait to begin. But before we do that, I have some loose ends, like I said, that have to be taken care of first. And some other business associates and stuff like that. Some things I got to take care of. And then I can go disappear. Give me a whole bunch of crazy animals. Just chill and relax and just enjoy life. Oh, look at the pump rock birds. Isn't that beautiful? Mind you, my projector behind me, $500. That's it. That's all we paid for it. $500. Well, the Titan technology is going to be launching really soon. Just waiting for the beta tester. I got to contact him anyway. We should have it by now. And see, he's going to give him time to set it up, do his review on it and everything. And then we'll launch it. Now, once it launches, the 38 Black Widow price is going to drop a little. We don't need the same price for both. Well, actually, it was going to be a little bit different. It's going to have a bit of a little, it's going to be a little interesting, the price on it, but it's worth its weight in gold. And we still have 3 different formulas downstairs and containers waiting to do. Invisible technology we haven't had a chance to touch yet. So much to do. Well, let's enjoy the picture. Let's enjoy the picture. Look this up. We're done here. Woo! So then I'm going to enjoy myself. Got myself a movie theater, a building. So I knew outside to feed the squirrels. He was like, so what you doing up there? So I'm putting it in a movie theater. He was like, okay. Oh, look at him, so wrinkly. So wrinkly. Hey, Taco, is this you? You know that's wrong. You definitely know that's wrong. Mr. Taco, I do apologize, Mr. Taco. Taco, you want to go outside and clean up real quick? I'm kind of dirty over there. We're going to sit in this. We're going to go to stream. You want to leave this up here? No, we'll take this up here. We'll take, yeah, we take the box and all this way. All right. That's what I like about Chrissy's. Now mind you, I can blow up, get the whole 135-inch and still miss the lamp with it. Because it has a beast mode when it comes to the lens shift. These projectors right here, even though they're older, they are hard to get your hands on. Not easy. And most people, because they're in high demand because of that lens shift beast mode on them, most people basically will try to get over on this projector. Because I've gotten two of these in here, neither one of them worked, but this one did. Yeah. So we got the ceiling done. That's the fan. I told you, easy paint job with the fan. The woman who posted that, man, thank you so much. Saved me so much money at the end of the day. Because that would have cost me so much money. That's a lot of money, but taking it out, mind you, I kind of don't like people in my house. So, you know, having somebody come in and install it and all that stuff and moving through the house, that freaked me out at the end of the day. So I was thinking about painting the fan. So I went around looking around, and sure enough, this nice lady popped up on YouTube showing you how to paint your fan. You don't have to take it down. Each individual blade, if you want to do them in different colors, or if you want to trim it out, because we're not done with it yet. I'm still going to take a nice gold trim and trim it out real nice with a fine paintbrush. But there you go. And that's all coated. That's all painted in ONYX. ONYX Titan technology. So we hit it with the projectors. All that's gonna blend in. You know how crazy that's gonna look? That's gonna be like a moving screen, because we have a screen actually painted to the fan. When you think about it, so that's gonna look insane. All right, people, I gotta get out of here. Gotta go eat. Gotta pray. Thank my Lord blessing me to see another beautiful day. Get outside. The weather looks nice. Gonna be out there on the 250-inch screen. Oh yeah. Gotta go, and God bless.